Hi guys and welcome back. Let's go to page 72, Grammar, Comparatives, and Superlatives. Now as you can remember, comparatives are words we use to compare something, one thing with the other one, and superlatives is when we compare one thing to the rest of the things that exist. Okay, so that's the difference. This one is like when you're saying something is the best, and this is just when you're comparing one thing with the other. So complete the sentences with the words in the box, then listen and check your answers. Okay, you're going to choose between these words, and now I need you to listen so you can complete the exercise.
Track 2.31. 1.
Japan has by far the highest number of vending machines per person in the world.
2.
It's much cheaper for sellers to run a vending machine than a shop.
3.
But is curry and rice from a machine as good as curry and rice from a restaurant?
4. It's taking a bit longer than I imagined. 5. It's actually much better than I expected. 6. I think it might be the best vending machine meal I've ever eaten.
Okay, now that you heard it, you can check your answers right here on the box and check that they are correct. Okay? After that, it says now go to Grammar Focus 6B on page 142. Okay, we're going to go to Grammar Focus 6B, where there's an explanation on how to use comparatives and superlatives. Okay, so these are the rules. When there's an adjective with only one syllable, you only add er or the and the ending or suffix est. Okay, if it's an adverb, you only add er, again, the, and the suffix est. Now remember, adjectives describe things, adverbs describe actions, okay? And then we got rules for two or more syllables ending with y. You change it like easy to easier or the easiest, friendlier. You just exchange the y for an I, okay? And in all, you would say for often, more often, the most often, carefully, more carefully, or the most carefully. And then we have some exceptions, okay? They're like irregulars. So we got good, you don't say more good. You say better or the best. You say worse or the worst. Further, the furthest, instead of far. You don't say more far, you don't say the farthest, okay? That doesn't exist. More, the most, bored, tired, ill. Clever is the only exception when you say cleverer or the cleverest. And we do also have exceptions for some adverbs, like for well, we got better and the best. Badly, we got worse and the worst. Far, further, the furthest. Early, earlier, the earliest. Now you need to study this box very carefully so you can remember the rules. Okay, then we've got comparison. We can use comparative adjectives and adverbs to compare two things. Like I said, when you compare, it's only between two things, situations, times, actions, usually with than. We can change the degree of comparison with words like a lot, much, far, even, slightly, a bit, and little. And I'm going to translate those. A lot means mucho, pero muchísimo. Much es más, tanto más. Far, lejos. Even, o sea, más que o al mismo nivel. Slightly, ligeramente. A bit, poquito. Little, menos o más poquito. Okay? So we can go here. The opposite of more is less. Okay? We can use it with all adjectives and adverbs. More and less can be used on both things. As, adjective, adverb, as shows that two things are equal. We saw this in second grade of secondary actually. When you're putting it in between as and as, it means that they have the same value, they're equals. And then we've got extremes. We use superlative adjectives and adverbs to talk about extremes. It's the worst hotel in the world. I got the lowest score possible. We often use the present perfect with ever with superlative. So if you ever use the word ever, you need to use the present perfect, like This is the best meal I've ever eaten. So here is the present perfect. Okay? Now that you saw the explanation, you can go back and listen to it again. You can go back and read it. And you can go to page 143 and you're going to answer this exercise right here. Okay? So you're going to choose between comparatives and superlatives, and I'm going to show you the answers so you can check if you got them correctly. This is very important because you're going to have a test on it. So this is for exercise A. These are for exercise B. You can pause the video. These are for exercise C. You can also pause so you can check that they are correct. Try to do the exercise first and check the answers later. This helps you. I mean, if you just write down the answers as I show them, this will not help you study. You need to do it by yourself, okay? Now we're going to go back to the page. Okay, well, we have to go from here, from page 70, and let's go here. I'm going to write it down. We did 70, now let's go to 71. Okay, we saw the vending machines. Okay, 72 then. Well, let's see. Now, use the ideas below to write sentences with comparative superlatives and not as, okay? So, you're going to compare two things that are equal as well. So we got the words cheap, barato, fun, divertido, good for you, bueno para ti, healthy, saludable, interesting, interesante, nice, lindo, spicy, picoso, sweet, dulce, and tasty, delicioso. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to compare all these foods right here in using these words. Okay, so you have to write down those sentences. There's an example right here. Dark chocolate isn't as nice as white chocolate, but you can make your own sentences. Okay, now here's an article. Have you eaten? Okay, you're going to read this article right here and then look at the photo on the left. Which country do you think it is? Okay, in this picture, where do you think this is? Okay, then read the blog Hungry Adventures and check your answer to 4A. Okay, so here you go. It's Singapore, actually. And then read the blog again, find the descriptions of the dishes, and match them with the food photos. Okay, we got chicken sat thai, murikanto, sendol, and tosai. Okay, where do we have those? Okay, let me show you both pages right here. Just make it a little bit smaller. This is the whole article when you open your book, and these are the pictures they're referring to. Okay, so you're going to look at these pictures and you're going to match them with this one right here, okay, according to this blog. So read the blog and match, and this should be your answers while you match the dishes with the descriptions. And then there are discussion questions, okay, like did the blog writer enjoy the dishes in 4C, or which of the dishes would you like to try? Okay, so you're going to answer these questions. And then it says right here, read the blog again and answer the questions. Again, you go back and read the blog and you're going to answer these questions right here. And then imagine you're visiting Singapore. Where will you go? What will you eat? Okay, answer these questions as well. And then speaking, you are going to talk about a special meal. Make notes about one of these meals. Use the ideas in the box to help you plan what to say. The most special meal that you ever made, the most delicious meal you ever eaten, a meal you'll never forget. You can choose either of these, okay? And you're going to answer where, when, who with, ingredients, how was the food cooked, and the taste, the smell, the color. Okay, that description, you're going to write it down and you're also going to send it. Okay, so this is the assignment for pages 72 and 73. So let me just get a little bit onto the next page, page 74, Everyday English. Since today we have two classes, we're going to also work on pages 74 and 75. Okay, so we've got the listening. Discuss the questions. Which of these do you think is the most romantic? We're talking about everyday English. Do you think I should take her somewhere special? Okay, we're going to learn to ask for and give recommendations, sounding interested, or asking for and giving recommendations. Okay, so which of these do you think is the most romantic? Flowers, dinner at a restaurant, a homemade meal, a handwritten love letter, or an expensive gift like jewelry? Have you ever done these things for anyone before? Well, yeah, I know you guys are in high school in first grade, but I know some of you already have. So look at the photo below. Where are Tom and Rachel? What are they doing? What do you think they're talking about? Okay, so I'm going to play the video. Okay, so this is gonna take longer. So actually I'm going to upload another video so you can watch the video so it's not that long. Okay, so stay posted and I'm going to upload the second one. Thanks guys and see you soon.